Hello, it is Tuesday, the 11th of March 2025, and welcome to Philosophically Speaking. It's a bit of a long title today: Disclosure, the Fallout of Actions, Inactions, and Accountability. As you sow, so shall you reap. Is time upon us. I am Lisa, and in this new short form format, I will touch upon imminent free flowing potentials. Today, we will explore briefly whether we are witnessing the timely consequences or outcomes of the seeds that have been sown as they begin to yield results on our journey towards disclosure. To tarnish a group or individual for holding secrets while hiding your own may not make you any better than your peers. Is there still time to reveal your hand, or has it already become too late? You are a product of your origins and upbringing, your era, environment, and resources which can shape where you end up. What you inherit may be your greatest gain or your eventual downfall. At what age does accountability begin, or has conduct, regardless of the age, become the decisive factor? Will exposing the actions of governing bodies automatically reveal every level of secrecy? And if so, what will your story be? Have you ever overlooked or disregarded your role on the global stage? Historically, there has been an abundance of mudslinging, calling one another out. But when examining at the divisions between governing bodies and civilians, is there truly any difference? After all, you are a product of your upbringing. One could argue that there is a repetition of behavior, helping placing those in power only to cry wolf while expecting a different outcome. For example, could it be said that arguing over taxes funneled into the hands of the unsavory is futile without clear proof of their destination, as one could be complicit in funding anything? Have you ever exercised the right to audit or scrutinize any of these accounts? And if not, why not? Like any business, there are books to be kept, and public governance is big business. With such infrastructures to run, oversee, and maintain, as well as the abundance of commodities to barter, why not examine nuts and bolts before taking a slingshot into the dark? The big question is, what are these commodities? Does this include you? Given that most of the globe at one time or another has traded humans as commodities, it may be naive to think that this practice has completely ceased. Though the makeup of the ingredients may have changed, the formulaic applications largely remain the same. Within these mix lies a complex myriad of those seeking, keeping, or maintaining the status quo, attracting complicity that flows in all directions regardless of the position or role. In the aforementioned example of taxes, if one has never exercised the right to audit, this could also be seen as a willing contributor, and therefore one who also holds accountability. Could it be that in condemning others, you have condemned yourselves? Given the current state of the world, are we, for the most part, staring into the abyss of instability? At this point, it may no longer matter where you stand in the web of global society. Sometimes all it takes is one rupture for total disintegration. What roles have you neglected, and which have you helped restore? Is there too much blame shifting? Are global civilizations heading towards bankruptcy? The deeper question is, Within the snowballing narratives, by what virtues were you raised and what values have you inherited? If one person's good is another's nightmare, where does accountability truly lie? Could those rigid in their beliefs be walking into a trap, falling victim to the fallout? Circling back to the element of disclosure, particularly referenced in episode 3, the sealed, the anointed, and the condemned, what are the potentials? When all the cards are laid on the table, there may be much more uproar over the secrets and hidden agendas from the top down. But who has allowed such a culture to grow when there were ample opportunities to reshape the landscape? The reality is each adult, conscious and aware enough to argue against something, also has the capacity to remedy something. Questioning an agenda invites a personal participatory practice, but by what standards can one make a qualified judgment? And could one's actions contradict another's wishes, desires, or needs, risking a return to the same unbroken cycle? This raises the pressing question: what are the solutions? Many have touched upon the term reset. While it may mean different things to different people on various levels, ultimately it's defined as the process of starting over again in hope of achieving a different outcome. In essence, it's paramount to working with the same ingredients while expecting a new recipe. This raises the question: if not a reset, then what? Knowing that some may want to reject such an extreme process, while others may find relief if time is up and the end of an epoch is truly approaching, there may be no need to question what happens next, as everything could simply come to an end. Where do you stand? Thank you for joining me today on this journey. There has to be an end to get to a beginning. So keep reflecting, keep questioning, and stay curious. Until next time.